So a little background on the ImagePower Green Brands Survey. We've been doing the survey for 5 years. We have 6 waves of data. We started out doing just the United States and UK, and we've been adding countries each year, so we have a truly global perspective. We now have information on Europe, North America, South America, Asia, and Australia. So 9,000 interviews across 8 countries.
A couple of years ago, there was not as much knowledge, not as much information about what it meant to be a green brand, and now consumers are extremely aware, extremely involved in whether the brands they're choosing are green.
In the Green Brand Survey this year, we're seeing a continuation of the trends that we saw last year. Particularly in developing countries, green is considered extremely important as they develop. All across the world, being a green brand is still one of the most important attributes any brand can have.
It's fascinating to see that the environment agenda, the sustainability imperative is now worldwide. Lots of interest in Europe, growing interest in the United States, but a really significant growth in focus on green issues in the developing world.
We have new empirical data this year that shows an emerging difference between developed countries and developing countries. Developing countries seem to be more optimistic about the future. They also seem to be more engaged with the idea of sustainability than consumers in the developed countries. It may be counterintuitive, but emerging countries are as interested in or more interested in sustainability than developed countries.
We expected last year to actually see the effect of the recession, and we didn't. So we were surprised by that. But this year, we're really seeing consumers react to the recession. They're clearly more concerned about the economy than they are the environment. And we're seeing consumers move from considering it very important for a company to be green to being somewhat important for a company to be green. Communication used to be an afterthought for a lot of brands. It was something you added on once you had your sustainability strategy all figured out. Now we're finding that communication is an absolutely critical part of the strategy from the beginning. If you're not communicating your strategy effectively, you're not getting the credit that you deserve by your shareholders, by your consumers, by your partners. And if you are over-communicating, that's also highly risky because you can be accused of greenwashing or simply overstating your green commitment.
We think this data has enormous implication for brands. One of the trends we think will be increasingly important is sustainable brands will be as much about life cycle as they are about lifestyle. So increasingly consumers are looking for products that they can consume and then looking to the manufacturers of those products to help think about what to do when they reach the end of their life. The one thing we know looking into the future is that there will be decreasing differentiation provided from being sustainable as more and more brands become green.
Companies, I think, have to understand that there is a sustainability imperative now. This is not optional. Every company, big or small, in manufacturing or services, old economy or new, needs to think about how to bring environment into its core business plan, into its strategy. There's a great opportunity for companies that can step up to this green agenda and provide consumers who are increasingly looking for greener products, healthier products, more natural products with what they want from the marketplace.
I think we're seeing a consistent trend that consumers will spend more for green. Being a green brand is not a fad, it's a fact of life and reality for every company in every country.